Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Veleleni Nkosi. In this video, I'm working on a previous question paper, so under the chapter Reproductive Strategies and Vertebrate. So this is the shortest chapter in grade 12 life sciences. So it carries around 7 or 8 marks. So this question paper was written in November 2023 from the Department of Basic Education. It's for life sciences under paper 1 section B, question 2 on 2.1. So this is the information about this question, and then here are the questions that are asked, and I will answer this question and explain them in full. So I will show you how you answer this question to get maximum marks. So without wasting more time, let's get to it. So first of all, let me analyze this question. So this question is 2.1. So the question says, in some frog species, during mating, the male climbs onto the back of the female and grabs his front legs. During this time, the female will release about 6,000 ova, while male release sperms onto them. This mating behavior is called amblexus. So here is the information about this diagram. If you see, there are two frogs. One is at the back of another. So we have female frog and the male frog. So by the time the male frog climbs at the back of the female frog and then grabs her in front legs, the female start to release ovum, many ovum, and then also the male release sperms on top of this ovum. These are the ovum or are the eggs, and then this male will release sperms on top of these eggs. So these eggs, they will fertilize. So we must know that this is external fertilization. So this fertilization takes place out of the female body or outside the female body. So the requirement of the external fertilization is water. So this fertilization must take place in the water. So these are the things that you must know during external fertilization. Water is necessary. So water is required. And then, so let's get to the questions, then see what the examiner is asking about this statement. So here, I will put the question will flow here, and then the solutions will come here. So I will explain everything. So now let's get to the first question. So the first question say, name the type of fertilization that occurs during reproduction in frogs. So here, we have two types of fertilization. We have internal fertilization, which takes place inside the body of a female, and then we have external fertilization, which takes place outside the female body. So this one, because the female body release eggs, and then the male put sperms on top of these eggs. So the fertilization takes place outside. So we call it external fertilization. So 2.1.1, the answer is external fertilization. So this is the answer for this question. This is external fertilization. And then the next question say 2.1.2 say, explain why the fertilized egg of this frog do not survive on land. So you must remember that external fertilization requires water. So this fertilization takes place inside the water. So the reason why this does not happen in outside water is because these eggs are not amnion eggs. So they don't have a shell, they don't have amnion cavity which protect the embryo. So the reason this it's not going to happen outside water is because the egg will dry out. So the egg will dry out because there is no liquid, and then the reason being the egg dry out is because they have no shell. So these eggs of this frog, they do not have a shells. So if this frog releases eggs outside the water, then these eggs will dry out and then they will die because they are not protected by shells. And then another reason you can say is because are not amniotic cells. So amniotic cell, they have amniotic cavity which protects the embryo, releases some amniotic fluid which protect the embryo and then control the temperature. And then another reason you can say it's because these eggs have no amnion. So these are the reasons you can choose only one. So you can choose because the eggs do not have a shells. The eggs are not amniotic eggs. So amniotic eggs, they have amnion inside, and then the eggs have no amnion. So these are the reasons, one of the reasons why this egg will not survive outside water. So when you write this, make sure you explain, because the examiner wants to make sure that you understand what you are saying. So if you can write this, if you can say the eggs will dry out only, then you might get 1 mark. So you must give a reason why the eggs will dry out. So these are 3 reasons. You may choose only one. So now let's get to the next question. So the next question, 2.1.3, say explain how amblexia increase the chances of fertilization in frogs. So this female releases many ova. So like they say 6,000 ova. So if it releases 6,000 ova and then this male climb on top of the female and then releases sperm on top of this ova, this will increases the chances of fertilization. Unlike some fishes where the female just releases eggs while it's moving and the male also releases sperms while it's on the run. So there the fertilization, it's not as effective as this ones of amblexias. So this one is more effective because the male will releases the sperm on top of the ovum or on top of the eggs. So to answer this question, to explain this question, 2.1.3, we can say the male and the female bodies are in a close contact. Like if you see here, the male and the female are in a close contact. So when the female releases the egg and the male will releases the sperm cells on top of the eggs, and then so that the sperm can be released directly onto the ovum. So here you gave a reason why this amblexia increases the chances of fertilization. It's because they are in close contact. So this is how you will write the answer. So if you write it like this, you explain and you give a reason. So you will get the maximum marks. And then the last question say, from the information above, explain one other strategy that contribute to the reproductive success of the frog species. So here you have to explain another strategy. So the another strategy, 2.1.4, can say many or up to 6,000 ovum are released. So this female releases many ovum, like 6,000. There are many ovum, so this increases the chances of being fertilized. And then the reason being, this increases the chances that some will be fertilized. So this is another strategy that increases the chances of being reproductive. So here I gave 2 examples. One is because one strategy is that the frogs are in close contact. So being in close contact, it increases the chances of fertilization. And then another thing that contribute the reproductive strategy success, or another thing that contribute to the success of fertilization, is that the female lay more than 6,000 ovum. So it's many ovum, and then it lays more than 6,000 ovum. This will increase the chances that some will be fertilized. So this is another strategy that will increases the fertilizations. So this is the last question. So if maybe you want to see the memorandum, here are the memorandum from the Department of Basic Education. This is the questions. So hopefully you can see, even if the font is too small. So you can see these are the questions that I just showed you, and then this is the memorandum from the department. It's a marking guideline, so you can see for yourself how the examiner marks the answer sheet. So this will help you in future when you write the exam. You will see how the examiner wants you to write the answers. So remember, just writing the answer only does not guarantee maximum marks. You must know the strategies of writing the correct answer in a way that the examiner wants. So this is the memorandum. These are the questions. So if you have watched this video to this far, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. So if you are studying, good luck with your studies. Thank you very much. God bless you.